We are Health Tutors College, Mulago. This is the story of our life, the story of our journey of 50 challenging, exciting, and highly rewarding years. When we started 50 years ago, it was our dream to impact healthcare in Uganda through training trainers of health workers. Today, we are proud to say that we have lived our dream. This is our story. In 1967, Agnes Cahuenga founded the Midwifery Tutors Training College in Mengo along Chivebulaya Road. 3 years later, the government of Uganda endorsed her efforts by officially launching the college. Little did Agnes know that she had laid the foundation for what in the near future would be known as the Health Tutors College, Mulago. Elizabeth Wafula was among the last students to go through Cahuenga's hands.
This is where the Midwifery Tutors College started from. Of course, it's a long time ago, and I think the buildings which were there have all been destroyed, and the new ones have been built. But this was the place. The school was almost at that side. Then behind far end, the nurses, Uganda Nurses and Midwives Council was at the far end. In my group were 4 people. There was Mrs. Jane Kibirige, myself. No, we were 5 with 1 girl from Nigeria. Mrs. Cahuenga Agnes was the principal. She was a mother. She had 2 other teachers with her. There was Agatha Nyimba and then Sarah Kibuka. Agnes taught us so many things. She was not only a teacher, but she was a mother. She would correct us in teaching, but at the same time she would also educate us as wives and mothers to be. Since she was a midwifery tutor, so she would even teach us to be mothers.
At the backdrop of attaining a series of professional qualifications in the UK and Canada, including in 1972 a Masters of Science applied in Nursing, Medical Education, Administration and Research from McGill University in Canada, Professor Wilton Sebastian Kassala returned to Uganda to start in 1973 the Nurse Tutors College at Bat Valley. It was these 2 colleges, one for midwifery and the other for nurse tutors, which combined in 1978 and moved to Mulago to form the Health Tutors College.
Before the training of tutorship in Uganda started, our tutors were being trained in UK, Australia and Canada. And then in 1967, a Midwifery Tutors College was established in Mengo, and Madame Cahuenga was the principal running that program.
Marcella Tomoka Ochoa's first qualification was a state-registered nurse certificate from Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery in 1971. From here, she joined the Health Tutors College as a student. Between 1974 and 1976, Marcella was principal nurse tutor at the Health Tutors College. She later went for further studies, attaining a master's in population research in 1989 from the University of Exeter, United Kingdom. Marcella flashes back on our history with delight.
I was among the first students at the Nurse Tutors College, as it was called then.
Okay.
And I can't remember the number. We were very few, about 10 or 11. Then others kept on dropping out. We completed with few. I can't remember the number.
Okay.
And since that time, the Ministry of Health incorporated other medical cadres like medical assistants, environmental health officers, and so on. So it became a sort of a training college for health tutors. But by that time, it was for nurse tutors only.
Peter Sirubombwe attended the college between 1973 and 75, just the same period when Marcella was there. He recounts the events of the time.
Tutors were trained outside Uganda. And we used to get few of those. Some were trained in Britain, some in Canada. And then there was an establishment of training tutors in Tanzania, but those, I don't know whether they are now recognized because their period of training was shorter. For us, when we started the course, we were offered the diploma in nurse education by Makerere University in Uganda. The numbers, for example, when we started, we were only 10. We started 10, but those who were able to qualify were 6 only.
Okay.
The rest fell out of the way.
In the beginning, we were training single midwives by themselves, nurses by themselves, and then eventually we joined, and we used to be nurse tutors, we used to be midwifery tutors, but now we are health tutors.
At Mulago, the Health Tutors College continued to grow, offering training to more students and introducing more training programs. James DiCicco has witnessed this transition. He completed his nurse tutors diploma here in 1976 and became a tutor at the college for 10 years between 1975 and 85. He was acting principal for 3 of those years. He was a senior tutor at the college between 1994 and 2006.
I remember when the college had just started, there was an infrastructure. But as we talk now, the infrastructure has improved tremendously. I think it is really wonderful.
In 2009, Millie Margaret Kabanga took charge as the principal of the college, picking up from Alfredo Tim, who had acted for a year. Millie held this position for 6 years. Millie had previously served as principal, Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery from 2002 to 2009. Millie qualified as a registered nurse in 1974 and studied further to acquire a master's degree in education in 1999 from Makerere University. Millie had earlier served at the college as principal tutor between 1996 and 2002.
Infrastructure was another area of concern which we embarked on, and with that infrastructure we had the support from the Belgium BTC project, and with the Ministry of Education and Sports we got that giant building which is currently there for training tutor nurses and midwifery tutors and allied health tutors, well equipped with computer lab, well equipped with skills lab. And that means that the quality of trainees from the Health Tutors College will have a greater opportunity to be competently trained. And with good leadership, and having worked smoothly with Ministry of Education and Sports, we had curricular reviews. And following the curricular reviews, that is when the program, which was stagnant for so many years, on 2 years diploma, was upgraded to a 3 years degree in a Bachelor's of Medical Education. On the same issue, on the curriculum reviews, we had 2 other programs, the postgraduate diploma in medical education and the higher diploma in medical in health professional education. These 2 programs are supplementing the Bachelor's of Medical Education, targeting those people who have already gone through their basic trainings and who have already had a degrees program to come and stay a little time at Tutors College, because these are 9 months training programs. Among other things which are very critical, we are improving the transport systems in the country for the students, because they move all over the country to carry out their school practice. Therefore, transport, as I left Tutors College, transport has been solved. They have very, very good transport means for the administrators as well as for the students.
In 1973, there were only 10 students. Today, the college has close to 300 students.
And when you have more students, that means that you are serving the country and you are trying to address the training needs at health training institutions countrywide.
Through the years, the Health Tutors College has performed with excellence its core functions of teaching and learning, as well as research and community service. Today, the Health Tutors College is steered by Karen Carol Drateru, who assumed the office of the principal in 2015. Herself a former student of the college, Karen believes there's a lot more to come.
A lot has been done, and the college has really moved from the initial stages, and we believe we've moved very far. Originally had a classroom of only 14 students, but today we have 300 students in the school. This is where our numbers have now grown, and the teaching staff also, their number at least has increased, though it is not yet ample for the population we have now. And looking at the courses that we are handling, like we used to have only the principal and the deputy, maybe one other teacher, but today at least we have 8 full-time teaching staff on board, and then we have some 3 on governing council payroll, and then the rest are part-timers. So in total we have 53 teaching staff on board. And the support staff, their number is also growing. Now that we have a very beautiful new pedagogy block, we need more people to work in it. Like we now have the library, which is a full-fledged floor. Then we need to have the librarian, the library assistants. We need to have the support people also working in the library. Then we have a floor which takes only the skills labs. So we have skills lab staff who are basically located in those skills labs to assist the students with their practical. I would really treasure a lot to come during my time of being a principal. One, I would like to ensure discipline of the students.
once the students have discipline, definitely their performance will also improve. Therefore, I would like to see health tutors coming out with updated knowledge, with good skills, and health tutors who are coming out who really have the zeal of being a teacher and wanting to bring up learners as he portrays the picture of a role model. And more so, I would love to see that the college expands. For example, we don't have facilities for the dining. I'm looking forward to see that we partner with the Ministry of Education and Sports to see that our students have where they can sit comfortably and have their meals. Similarly, the college has no accommodation for the students. There's no hostel. That's why I've gone ahead and partnered with a hostel owner to at least have accommodation where the students are kept under one umbrella for easy follow-up. So in future, I would really feel happy if the college can own their own hostel where the students are at close proximity for observation and also for their welfare. Because as they move distances, there are so many things which happen in between the hostel and the college, and it really leaves our students at a risk.
50 years on, our seeds of excellence continue to multiply. Professor Kassala is Executive Director, International Institute of Health Sciences, Jinja. Cerwyn is the Principal, Access Training Institute School of Nursing and Midwifery, Nakaseke. All the historicals continue to impact our healthcare through teaching and consultancy. The Health Tutors College continues to grow from strength to strength. These have been 50 great years. Where do we see ourselves in the next 50 years?
When you look at the trend, the way the tutorship training in this country is going, I can see that within 50 years we shall have a high level of the tutorship training in this country.
I look at medical education in general having a very bright future. I think and I envisage that within the next so many years, we might even come to masters and even beyond.
I want to see us starting masters in tutorship. I want to see us starting doctorates in teacher training.
By that time, we will have many with masters in tutor education. We have PhD in tutor education, and we have professors, things like that.
There must be other areas of growth, satellite training institutions, probably regionally. We are looking at ICT and the global world. We need online programs. We can also have virtual training, virtual university for the bachelors elsewhere. All of these are very, very important, and they can be achieved within the 50 years.
Given that Health Tutors College has moved and celebrating 50 years today, with all that we have achieved, there is still a potential for us to move higher than where we are today. And we are looking forward to making better achievements for the college in the next years to come.